Hi guys, it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be yet another pop culture conspiracy theories. I am so excited about this one because I've done so much research and it's really sad, honestly. I am going to be talking about, obviously, the super popular conspiracy theory going around that Shane Dawson has talked about is the Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy theory. I did some of my own research and some of my own deep diving, and I literally found out some crazy shit. But also we're gonna throw in some celebrities first because we love a pop culture moment, so let's get into it. So this conspiracy theory came about when I was actually watching Dance Moms, and I'll talk about it in a second. But basically when I researched it, I realized that it is a conspiracy theory that people actually do believe in, and it has to do with award shows like Oscars, the Grammys, all of that stuff being completely rigged. I don't really doubt it for a second. However, it's happened so many times where an announcer will announce the winner will come up and be all excited that they won. 2 minutes later, the announcer comes back and goes, "I'm really sorry, but I made a mistake. This is the actual winner." And I think that it would be the worst. A lot of people actually believe that they actually do it on purpose and they actually are offending like the actors and the singers and the movie cast or whoever is winning the award. The person winning doesn't actually know that this is like what's going down, but the award show does it on purpose. So to like bring up the ratings. Happened with Steve Harvey and I think Miss Universe or something. He like announced the wrong person as Miss Universe and it was huge. Like so many people were so upset over this, but they were still going to watch the show. So they were still watching it and they were still giving the show ratings and money and views and all that shit, which is really what's most important, quote unquote important. So maybe even the person on stage accepting the award really didn't actually win, but the discrepancy was on purpose. So because like how does that happen? Like how does such a big mistake like that happen? That's what doesn't make any sense to me, that they just do it for views. Because think about how much YouTubers clickbait for views. Award shows maybe have to do it as well. A lot of people aren't really into them anymore because you can just see who won online and you can watch the performances online rather than sitting through a 3-hour fucking program. What do you guys think? Let me know. The next conspiracy theory is that the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder. I see these memes literally everywhere when anything happens to the Kardashians, and I don't know, I'm gonna talk about the conspiracy theory. I personally don't believe it, but let's get into it. A lot of people actually believe that the recent news about Tristan Thompson, Khloe Kardashian, and Kylie Jenner's best friend, Jordyn Woods, is completely fake for publicity. Of the new season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, season 16, airing on March 31st. Why am I fucking sponsored by them? I'm not, I wish. So basically the conspiracy theory is that Kris Jenner orchestrates the big events that happen to the Kardashians in order to promote the upcoming season of their show. For example, the first time Tristan cheated on Khloe, it was huge news, obviously. It probably brought in a lot more ratings for season 15 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians because all of that happened on the show. Like, it happened while they were filming. I think a lot of people started to believe that everything on the show is fake from Kim Kardashian and Kris Humphries' wedding. Kim and Kris Humphries were married for 72 days, and a lot of people think Kim and Kris's wedding was completely fake because Kim reportedly got paid $18 million to have her wedding aired because obviously after they got divorced, Kim didn't want to air the wedding. Producers offered to pay Kim $18 million, which is, you know, crazy. That was like kind of the set of where people started to think the Kardashians are fake and like the whole thing is fake. I personally disagree. Like I definitely think some things are exaggerated and some things are probably fake, but I would say the stuff that happens to the kids that are like really bad just aren't. It would just be too convenient that all of them happen to be these amazing actors. Like think about that. Just think about that for a second. If everything that happened was fake, including the Tristan Thompson shit, including all the shit that these kids have been through, the Paris shit, like with Kim, they would literally all have to be like fucking Academy Award actors. And usually like one person or two people in the family are talented, like not the entire like siblings and parents. Like it's just too, I don't know, like I don't believe it at all. I think that this shit actually did happen to Khloe and it sucks. Like it is so sad. A lot of people really do think that this was fake and this was a publicity stunt and why would Jordan Woods do that, blah blah blah. But like the tea is like money can buy a lot of shit, but money can't buy loyalty. If she was a shitty friend, she was gonna be a shitty friend, you know, like her true colors would have sister shown, and they did. Like I don't know, because like to me it's just really real. Like I don't think that it would be fake. I don't know, a lot of people have different opinions on this. For me, I just feel bad for Khloe and I feel bad for Kylie, and that's kind of that. Like, you know, it's like, it's awful. That would suck. Like anybody can admit that that would literally suck. Also, like Kylie, get better friends. Like Sophia Richie says hi. And that's how her and Scott met, because she's friends with Kylie. I mean, that wasn't like a cheating situation, but still. Be friends with lesbians. Like I can be your friend and I will not hook up with any of your sister's boyfriends. Like I can swear. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Kris Jenner is really this mastermind and creates all this publicity stunts? Or do you think that it actually happened to Khloe? What do you guys think? I would love to know. We're finally getting into the Chuck E. Cheese portion of this conspiracy video. So this conspiracy theory had my shit rocked. Like I was like, what the fuck? Because I loved Chuck E. Cheese pizza as a kid because I was a tasteless child who had never tasted anything better. Well, I had, because I literally lived on Long Island, New York, and obviously New York has the best pizza, but still, I was a Chuck E. Cheese sister. Basically, if you don't know the conspiracy theory, if you've been living under a rock, Shane Dawson talked about the conspiracy theory 2 weeks ago, how Chuck E. Cheese pizza never actually fully lines up and that it looks like fucking crazy. Like, I don't know how to say it. It just looks really wrong. It does not look like a normal pizza. Shane talked about the theory that Chuck E. Cheese actually takes leftover pizza. Say there's 4 families sitting down at Chuck E. Cheese and each family leaves a quarter of a pizza left, like that they just don't eat those slices, you know what I mean? Basically the theory goes that Chuck E. Cheese employees take those pizzas, take all 4 of those fourths and make it into a whole pizza, add some extra toppings and rebake it and then serve it as if it were new. Chuck E. Cheese have since denied these claims, but that of course did not stop people from believing the conspiracy theory. So many people have talked about it. It literally was talked about on fucking Ellen. So many YouTubers are doing mukbangs eating Chuck E. Cheese pizza and investigating the theory further, and I wasn't really gonna do it. Like I wasn't gonna talk about it because I thought it was definitely interesting, but I was also kind of scared. But also I thought that everything had been done research-wise, but then I kind of came up with some ideas and realized there was more to be done. Honestly, the first fucking conspiracy theory regarding the entire thing is that Chuck E. Cheese, and I've talked about this in a Mandela effect video a long time ago, it's never called just Chuck E. Cheese. It's always been Chuck E. Cheese's, and I just really don't like that. And it's just wrong. And you know, in the other video, people would comment being like, but it says Chuck E. Cheese's where a kid could be a kid. Like people remember that logo. But like, it would make sense if it was Chuck E. Cheese is where a kid could be a kid, because it is where a kid could be a kid. I think that is a Mandela effect because I would never have called it Chuck E. Cheese's. As you guys might know, I am a vegan. It's really shocking to a lot of people because I'm fat, but like I'm working on it. Also, being vegan does not equate to being healthy. Because I'm vegan, I realized if they're gonna make me a vegan pizza at Chuck E. Cheese, it has to be custom ordered. So I went on Postmates, which another conspiracy theory is, why the fuck is Chuck E. Cheese on Postmates? Why can you Postmate Chuck E. Cheese pizza, Chuck E. Cheese fucking mozzarella sticks, whatever the fuck else they sell, but why can you suddenly Postmate it? I really think it has to do with the fact that this conspiracy theory came up because they probably thought, oh, okay, a bunch of YouTubers are gonna be talking about it, this is good publicity, let's make it readily available on Postmates and like Uber Eats. Like that's ridiculous, because who the fuck is ordering Chuck E. Cheese on Postmates and Uber Eats besides crazy people like me, like who are doing a video? Like who would just do it? Can you name someone who you think would genuinely order Chuck E. Cheese pizza for like fun? Like I said, because I am vegan, I had to order the gluten-free pizza. I Postmated it, and I Postmated the gluten-free pizza and the thin and crispy pizza. That was the accident, is that I Postmated a thin and crispy pizza, which comes, you just watch the clip. My parents are gonna eat it. I don't even know. They're probably like, what the fuck? Like Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Wait! Wait, literally what? Wait, what? Did they do this to start avoiding the controversy? Yeah, I was kind of shocked to say the least, and I was like, oh my god, they're changing their pizza, making their pizza not circular so that like you can't tell anymore because of the conspiracy theory. Like literally my mind spiraled. But then I like checked my Postmates app and I realized that I ordered thin and crispy pizza instead of a regular pizza. And also the gluten-free pizza was fucking tiny, so I was like, what the hell is going on? So I decided to go back to Chuck E. Cheese the next day, and this time I wanted to make them kind of equal. I wanted to get the large pizza because that seemed to be like what everyone else was getting, like what Shane got and what everyone got. So I ordered a large pepperoni pizza. I wanted to make it something that they would have to make fresh. Like, nobody's gonna order this. I ordered a large pizza with no cheese, and I added pineapple, jalapenos, and spinach because I figured if I do something that nobody's gonna order, how are they going to reuse pizza? I completely assumed that it was gonna be completely circular and everything was gonna be like fine for that pizza, and then the pepperoni pizza was gonna be whack, but I was wrong. We arrived at the house of the rat. Let's see. It totally—
Oh my god! Oh my god, it really is.
What
that is so weird.
That's sick, dude. They have— that's so big.
Is that the vegan one?
No. What?
Pepperoni. Maybe it was vegan pepperoni.
Mom. No. All right, let's see. This one they had to make fresh 100% because there's no cheese on it. So obviously. And this one's fucked. Wait,
how do they do that?
I literally ordered the most disgusting pizza. Like, no one would want this. It's pineapple, which I like pineapple on pizza, so don't come for me. Jalapenos and spinach, but with no cheese. So they had to make this fresh. I just like kind of want to line them up and see, like, if you try to get it to fit, how will it look? Space just missing. Like, how does that line up? You know? Where does it, like, I don't, like, no matter which way you push it, there's literally a space. Two pieces. Why are they on, like, why is this one on top? Ew, that totally looks like it's like fucking bread. Oh my god. Wait, that deadass looks like it was stuck together. Mind you, this came like this, like just laying on top. Like, there's a fucking difference. I'm so confused. And then I take it off and look. It looks like, it literally looks like they took two pieces that don't correlate and then put cheese on top of it to try to melt it in to make sense. How are you saying that you cut a piece of, like, a pizza and there's overlapping slices? If it's all one pizza, there's not gonna be overlapping slices. Fuck, I don't know about that. That's weird.
Is this a mukbang?
First of all, what the fuck was up with that pepperoni pizza? Both pizzas were out of shape, and the pepperoni pizza specifically was disturbing. Like, there is absolutely zero way you could possibly tell me that that pizza happened to be like that. Like, why was the pieces overlapping? And like, I really can't tell if you can see it as well as you can in real life, but in real life it was disturbing. Like, it looked disgusting underneath it. It was clearly overlapped. It was clearly two pieces of pizza that were just together. Like, that's just that. Like, there's literally no way around it. It was two pieces of pizza that were put together. There's no way that that was a whole pizza. I'm like trying not to get sued, but I mean, I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that they use old pizza, but like, something is definitely going on. Like, I have had pizza from multiple places that make fresh dough, that literally roll their own pizza dough. They fucking do the flippy things. Like, I'm from New York. My actual cousins on Long Island opened a pizzeria when I was younger, and never once did any pizza look like that. Never once were there spaces and gaps. Like, that just doesn't fucking happen. Like, that just does not happen. And I don't know why we're like, because Chuck E. Cheese, basically their statement was pizza's just super fresh. Like, it's super fresh, in-house made, amazing, whatever. But like, how are we to believe that Chuck E. Cheese pizza has like a secret, like, ultra fresh recipe that nobody else like knows about, and like all these other pizzerias are like legitimate pizzerias, it just are less fresh than Chuck E. Cheese? Like, that's just not, that's just not the case. When the no cheese pizza was misshapen, I was concerned because I was like, well, if the no cheese pizza is reshapen, then how, like, they obviously didn't take slices from nowhere. Like, no one ordered this pizza. And I'm not accusing them of doing this, but if it were true that they used old pizzas, they would have to scrape off all of the sauce, all of the toppings, the slices of pizza together in a circle, completely scraped down. Add new red sauce, add whatever toppings the person asked for, add cheese if that was the case. You bake it and reserve it. Like, that's the only thing that I can logically think of that they do, because I don't understand why their pizza looks like that. It just, like, and I didn't believe it at first. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I first watched Shane's video, I was like, like, I don't know, like, I kind of don't believe it, but like, it's every pizza, and it just is so, like, how does it happen? Like, how? It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. I don't get it, and I really don't know. But I have some theories as to why, kind of, and then we also have some evidence from 19 years ago that we're gonna be talking about. And also, the whole thing kind of makes sense, because if you think about it, children never eat the whole food. Like, I feel like they always are gonna be wasting pizza, and it's probably a lot of fucking pizza goes to waste at Chuck E. Cheese, like a shit ton. So perfectly good pizza. And at that point, if you scrape off all the toppings, add new red sauce, add new cheese, add new pepperoni, and recook it, isn't it kind of a new pizza? I don't know. Ew, that was so gross. I did some concerning hardcore research into Chuck E. Cheese, because I was so moved by the fact that the overlapping pepperoni pizza really did it for me, because I was like, that's inexplainable. Like, that's just, how do you fucking explain that? Like, I have made several homemade pizzas before with homemade dough, and never once did a pizza come out where it didn't perfectly add into a circle. My friend Jackie works at a pizzeria place, and she says that never has nothing, like, that just never has happened. It really got me thinking, because I was a Chuck E. Cheese ass bitch as a kid. I loved Chuck E. Cheese, and so did, like, my whole family. Like, we always went there for parties and stuff, and it made me remember that I had several birthday parties at Chuck E. Cheese, and so did my sister, and my parents filmed everything when we were children. So I was like, I wonder if there's any evidence of Chuck E. Cheese pizza, of what it used to look like. Like, has it always been this way, was my biggest question, because if it hasn't, then that is where it would lead to another conspiracy. I was like searching through my home videos like fucking crazy person, and I finally found that at my sister's 4th birthday party on May 20th, 2000, almost 19 years ago, she had her birthday at Chuck E. Cheese. And guess what? There's footage of the fucking pizza. I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy about this footage. It's crazy. So I got a couple different shots of a couple different pizzas. However, there are slices missing in the pizzas. I didn't have a full overview perfect shot of the pizzas, obviously, because 20 years ago my mom didn't fucking know this was gonna be a conspiracy theory, or that I was even gonna do this. Obviously YouTube didn't exist, but basically there's no perfect overview shot of it, and there are some pieces of pizza that were missing from the tray because they were eaten. But from what you can see of each of these pizzas, it looks like it's fucking even. Like, it doesn't look like how Chuck E. Cheese pizza looked when I ordered it, when like a slice would be out here and then the other slice would start all the way down here. It was not like that at all. Like, to me, it looks perfectly straight, and it looks like a normal fucking pizza. And so I talked to my mom about it, and I was like, do you think that you would remember if Chuck E. Cheese pizza looked like how we saw it look? And she was like, yes. Like, I would 100% recognize that, because my mom is fucking neurotic. She notices everything. There's not a thing that goes by. There's not a fucking coin that I spend without that bitch noticing. Like, she notices everything. She's very detail orientated, and I cannot picture her not noticing something like that, because it's so excruciatingly obvious that the pizza is just whack. Like, I don't know. I personally, I mean, I was 5, but I don't remember it looking like that. But my mom, obviously, she was like in her 30s. Like, she obviously remembers like her 30s. It leads us into more conspiracies. But if you were a Chuck E. Cheese bitch like I was, and you had birthday parties or pictures or home movies at Chuck E. Cheese, please go back and check them and tweet me, or like leave a comment like with a link to your Twitter or your Instagram or something, and tweet or Instagram the pictures of the Chuck E. Cheese pizza, because I would love to know if you had like a more accurate picture of them, because that was kind of as much evidence as I could get. Still, like I said, it looks to me like it was normal back then. Obviously in the 90s and the early 2000s, Chuck E. Cheese was booming. Like, it was a successful business. There were so many kids there all the time. It was a fucking madhouse. Like, anytime you go into Chuck E. Cheese, it was crazy. There was never a time where it wasn't poppin'. Like, it was the shit, and it was where every kid had their birthday parties. It was so set up, so cute. I'm gonna tweet more pictures of like that birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese in case you're like wondering, or in case you like don't believe me that that's Chuck E. Cheese pizza. I don't know why you wouldn't, but like, I don't know if you don't. I'm gonna tweet and probably post a couple of videos of the Chuck E. Cheese pizza from 2000 because, and from my 5th birthday party, like what you can see of it, because I can't put them in a video because apparently videos with children now get demonetized and get their comments disabled, which is disgusting and stupid. But yeah, so even though they're pictures of me as a child, I don't want the comments to get disabled and stuff. So therefore I'll be tweeting it if you want to see it for yourself. I'm going to be tweeting like the pictures and stuff of the Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and just at me at Chuck E. Cheese. I can show you a pic of me and Chucky that day, and all that. My sister, when she was 4, like, they used to have a real fucking setup too. I don't know if they still do this for birthday parties, but they had like a real shit. Like, you got a cake, you got the pizza, you got everything, and it was poppin'. And when I went in Chuck E. Cheese the other day for this video, they literally didn't have like any of the like crazy stuff they used to climb through, like the jungle gym kind of thing in Chuck E. Cheese. None of that was there. It was like all flat, like there was just games. It was so bizarre. Like I said, Chuck E. Cheese was absolutely popping at this time, so why would they need to, like, they could obviously afford fresh dough. Like, they wouldn't need to find a new solution to make the pizza cheaper than it already was, because they were profiting a hell of a lot of money. Now, of course, since technology was introduced, children are not really interested in Chuck E. Cheese anymore. They're more interested with like hanging out with friends, going on their iPads, like doing whatever the fuck they do. But Chuck E. Cheese usually is not one of those things. It was completely dead in there when I went, and I mean, it was on like a fucking Friday. Oh, well, yeah, it was a Friday, so why was it so dead? But yeah, so obviously Chuck E. Cheese's business is not what it used to be, but the franchise still exists for whatever fucking reason. I think this probably would be the premise of a lot of people's conspiracy theories, is that Chuck E. Cheese needed to find a way to save money but still profit. That is where they went into the idea of finding a cheaper way to make their pizza. It's like kind of smart, but it's also like bad. But if you think about it, Chuck E. Cheese is always gonna profit from their pizza unless it got too expensive to make. But like, that's somewhere where they could save money but still profit, because people are still gonna buy their pizza if they're there, you know what I mean? So now that they don't have as many people coming in, instead of like lowering their prices or doing whatever they have to do, they just make their pizza cheaper. And I'm gonna say make their pizza cheaper, but you guys know what I mean by that. And if you don't watch Shane Dawson's video, because I don't want to get sued, the evidence is just there. The evidence is fucking there. Like, that's literally all I have to say, is that you can go to Chuck E. Cheese for your fucking self, or you Postmate it. I just think the evidence is too damning. The fucking overlapping pizza still gives me shivers. Like, we should have just threw that pizza out. Like, I can't say for sure exactly what's going on with their pizza, but there is definitely something going on. And I think it's weird that when Shane has talked to old workers at Chuck E. Cheese, they kind of just are like, what do you mean? Like, because like, obviously they probably get sued, but like, I don't know. It's just some wild shit. I'm like, blink twice if you used to work at Chuck E. Cheese and it's true. Not necessarily saying that it's true. I will say that it was not ever one full pizza. Like, that's just facts. Like, that's just the facts. But yeah, it kind of creeps me out a lot. But what do you guys think? But if you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, let me know what you guys think about all of these conspiracy theories in the comments below. I'm obviously most interested in the Chuck E. Cheese one, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That is it. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram, because I'm always posting really dope ass shit on there, and I'll be posting about the Chuck E. Cheese videos and pictures from the birthday parties, so follow me on those. Subscribe for new videos every week, and I will see you guys later.